show you how the Kiwi 2, PLX Kiwi 2 and the Dash Command app is working with these magnet mounts. I think I threw the box away for the mounts, but I got them at O'Reilly's, and I really like them. I had to super glue. Let me turn this fan down. I had to super glue the metal disc on the back of the tablet up here. I had to super glue it back on because it fell off while I was on the road. The adhesive failed. The magnets hold the devices really, really well. So here we've got GPS, Google Maps, and down here we got Dash Command on the tablet. And this thing shows me instantaneous miles per gallon. So
in 1,000 feet, turn left onto West Minnehaha Parkway.
This is always reminding me, if I keep my foot out of it, I can get better gas mileage. So that's a good thing over the course of a year. If you're constantly watching like that, watching a display like that, you're going to save fuel, because it's just training yourself how to properly use the accelerator. Sometimes you don't need to be pressing on the gas in order to
turn left onto West Minnehaha Parkway, then turn right onto Harriet Avenue.
in order to maintain your speed. You should always take advantage of what some people refer to as hypermiling, which means you take your foot out of it, like when you're coming into an off-ramp or something like that. This is ideal to train yourself subconsciously a more efficient way to drive. A lot of times we're pressured to keep up with the traffic, and usually the traffic is breaking the speed limit. So you're better off if you kind of hold back. Don't get involved with the traffic. Don't get involved with the rush.
Turn right onto Harriet Avenue, then turn left to stay on Harriet Avenue.
See how steady that holds that? I mean, it's vibrating, but it's not falling. Why is this going this way?
Turn left to stay on Harriet Avenue, then turn right onto West 54th Street.
I'm just going to the gym. This thing always shows me new routes that I've never been on before. That's one reason why I like GPS, is it can show you a different way to get someplace that's more efficient, depending on traffic, than what you're used to. So I use GPS as much as possible, especially if I got a lot going
Turn
on.
right onto West 54th Street,
Right
then
now,
turn right onto Lindale Avenue South.
I'm making this video, and I'm not having to think about where I'm going. I have to watch where I'm going, but I don't have to think about where I'm going, because the device is doing the thinking for me. And if you're in heavy traffic on the freeway and it gives you a heads up, you need to be in a certain lane, ahead of time. GPS is a real no-brainer. So I encourage anyone to learn to use that. So I know where I'm at here. Turn off. You can mute this too.
Turn right onto Lindale Avenue South, then your destination will be on the right.
You can mute that if you don't want the lady talking to you, and then you can just see your guidance here. I have a gym membership here, and I was going to stop in here and freshen up for the day. I had an early start this morning. Thank God for Google Calendar, reminding me that I had a very, very nice estimate to give to a nice client, nice neighborhood, and they'll probably go for it. I mean, they're reasonable people, very well maintained place. You can tell they're probably professionals, doctors, something like that. All right, so here we are. This is another one of my clients. I pressure washed all this a few months back. I do all their windows on the outside once a year. I don't really really like a lot of the tenants in this building, and I don't like doing commercial work, but it's a job. So we're at about 14 miles per gallon, which is really good. This van's loaded really heavy. It's a 1-ton. It's 13 years old. And having a setup like this in your vehicle tells you a lot more about what's going on. Let's see here. I actually have another app on here. It's called Torque. And Torque gives vacuum readouts. I'm going to try it next. So we'll see what it does next on the next little outing. I want to see what this Eco widget does. It sounds kind of goofy. One thing I found with Torque was I was able to add a digital volt gauge, which I purchased a digital volt gauge to plug into one of my 12 volt sockets to always see the level of the battery there in digital. It's an LED gauge, so it doesn't consume very much energy. But this app is called Torque. It enabled me to add a digital volt gauge to my screen here, so that's really impressive. I really want to get more familiar with Torque. It's one of the, I think it's the second most recommended app from PLX Devices on the box here. The first one they have listed is Dash Command, which I do like the best, and for a day-to-day to stay-to-day fuel economy awareness. And then Torque, I would have to say that's my second favorite app so far. I've got a bunch of apps for use with the Kiwi 2, like I've got Fuel Buddy, Interfi, OBD Car Doctor Free, OBD Auto Doctor, OBD Droid Scan. I don't know. So there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of apps. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. It helps you. Have a great day.